You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com. Yes, indeedy. Good evening. Welcome to said show. And you are listening to, he says, getting that mic out of his face. Yeah. Spirit Quest. Hello, Faye. Hello, Lynn. Welcome to the show. As always, great to see you and good to hear from you. And here we go. Wow, what a start to the show. Pressed buttons and nothing was happening. What's happening? Carol Emilio, hi Paul. Hello, Cal. Tina Toucans in the house. Lovely to see you guys. Thanks very much for being here. I'm going to tilt that back a wee smidge because I can slightly overhear myself. Yeah, Spirit Quest Radio, as always, on your Thursday night, coming to you live on 105.3 to 107.7 FM on the United Public Radio Network, coming to you live from the phenomenal city of New Orleans. You're listening to me live on YouTube and on Facebook and on apparently 40 or even up to 200 other different outlets worldwide. It's good to see you all. Thanks very much, so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time out. I have a special guest tonight. I will have Faye and Roger as always because they are my literally left arm. But I do have a special guest coming on a bit later on, about 15, 20 minutes time. Jojo Walsh, hi. Joe Sampson, good evening. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see each and every one of you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Very kind of you. Don't forget to share that show. But more importantly, as soon as you come on to YouTube, hit that like button. Boom, smack. Hit that like button. It's essential. I need you guys to hit that like button. So please, please, please hit that like button. And then share the show. G'day, Janine. How's it going? 6:04 a.m. on Friday. So you're coming back in time because we're still on Thursday evening. You're actually talking back in time. Think about this. Think about this. You are going back in time. Because you're on Friday and we're on Thursday. So when you're talking to us, you're back in time. It's a bit like that day that I flew in the United States. I flew to the United States and I took off in, where was it? Can't remember. I think it was probably Chicago or somewhere like that. I took off in Chicago and I landed somewhere else before I took off. Oh, yeah. Not only those people upstairs, way up high, green, ooh, can do that. Me as well. And Janine's coming back in time to talk to us. So she's basically a time traveler. Janine. So, as you know, Spirit Quest, the Journey of Life, is all about you. It's not about me. It's not about me doing reads for everybody. It's about me answering questions for you guys and giving you that boost in developing what you have yourself and understanding what is around you as human beings. So, understanding what you're capable of. Really, you have absolutely no idea what you're capable of. We are capable of so much, and so much is out there for us to be able to get linked into and get things going. And I am now a member of a universal worldwide healing group, which is producing phenomenal results. So it really, really is. There's a lot of stuff out there you that's basically available to you. So I'm just getting messages coming in here for Ronan. He's saying, "Don't forget the link." I'm just telling him it's on its way. So honestly, this is a group of gentlemen worldwide and ladies, and at a certain time every day we focus in on someone specific, on where they're actually hurting or where they're needing healing, and it's actually producing results, and I mean phenomenal results as well. So you guys are capable of that. These people that I'm working with are not trained healers. They're not. They're just everyday business people that I have been introduced to, and they're all motivated towards it, and it's working. It's working in such a phenomenal way. So very shortly I'll be inviting Ronan. Now if you're based in Ireland, you'll want to pay attention to this. My pal Ronan from Dublin is going to be coming on the show tonight to have a wee chat about his new business that he's managed to get going in Dublin. That's based upon on what we do. Okay, so we'll be talking to him, and he'll be telling you what's available to you. So if you're living in Ireland, specifically in the Dublin regions, you'll want to pay attention to this. Alrighty, so I want to do is send Ronan the link for the show first and foremost, so that he knows how to get to the show, and then I'll be sending him the link to the actual show, so he'll be able to come on the show. Anyway, so like I say, it's all about you guys, and it's about you guys giving me questions, Q&A. So after you've hit the like button, and after you've shared the show, come and talk to us. Give me some questions. Knock yourselves out. Is there anything you want to talk about? So Faye and Roger will be coming up on the show a bit later. Notice Faye's in the room already, which is fantastic. Paul, when do you cleanse? Are you asking me when do I cleanse my crystals, or when should you cleanse your crystals, Joe? I need to, because there's two answers to that. So when do you cleanse your crystals? Like I'm going to bring that up on the so everybody can see it. So are you asking me when I cleanse mine, or when should you cleanse your crystals? So actually, do you know what? I'm going to answer them both. When do I cleanse mine? Permanently, constantly. Okay, but then again, I'm working in the field constantly. Alrighty, I'm working in a position where I'm working, doing reads, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm in the house and blah 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 blah. And so there's multiples of energies overlapping constantly. So I cleanse my crystals constantly. How do I do that? They're in the window. They're getting cleansed by moonlight. They're getting cleansed by rainwater. They're getting cleansed by sunlight. They're getting cleansed by a multitude of different opportunities. And so, but they're constantly being cleansed, and they're constantly being revitalized. So that's when I do it. When should you do it? Really, kind of, if you do what I do, you should do something similar. But if not, at least once a week, at least, I would suggest. If you live close to a brook, a babbling brook, perfect. You know, when there's an opportunity, when there's a beautiful full moon, get him in the windowsill. Okay, and stuff along those sort of in those areas, and that's going to help you cleanse and revitalize your crystals. Hello, Kay. Welcome to the show, my darling. Good to see you. Julie Sharp. Good evening, Paul. Hope the family and yourself are all well. Well, we're doing okay. Heads down, get on with it. Heads down, and just don't let the world grind you down. That's what it is. Get your head down and make it happen. If it's to be, it's up to me. You got to make it happen. Alrighty. It's great to see Kay in the room tonight. Hello, my darlings. Long time since we've seen you. How are you, Paul? I'm okay, love. I'm all right. Hanging in there. Still got a bit of back pain, but hey, do you know what I mean? You got to get on with it. You got to make it happen. All right. Good question, though. Mary Erickson, good evening, Paul. Liked and shared. Boom. She's on the ball, that Mary. She's on the ball. Thanks, Mary. It's good to see you, darling. Thanks very much for being here tonight. Appreciate you as always. Now, as Lynn will tell you, get it out there, get it shared. Share the link, especially the YouTube link. At the bottom, you'll see an arrow, like it points that way, I think. Click that arrow and just get it out there. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, invite your friends and family, and of course, share it with all of your, especially your groups, and invite them to come on in and be a part of our show. Me and Kelly suffer with back pain. It sucks. Oh, does it ever? It's very disabling, isn't it? It kind of, your back really can command your life, doesn't it? You really got to make it, be looking after yourself. You got to look after yourself in total, not just your back, but your back does, when your back goes, it really, really puts the cow bar on your everyday life. Anyway, that was a good question. Keep it going. Keep those questions coming. All righty. Keep them coming. And we're going to have Ronan on shortly. And we're going to have a chat with him about his new business. Now, we need more people like Ronan getting, these magnificent shops and businesses going, so we can introduce what we do to a greater number of people. All righty. Hacienda Ramirez. Hello, Paul. Hi. Good evening and welcome to the show. What a beautiful name. Janine says, shared you out for Paul. Shared. She's sure. I'm really crap with Australian accents. I'm as bad with my Australian accent as Roger is with all of his accents. So I'm really crap with Australian. G'day, mate. G'day. That's about it. And I won't do the put another shrimp on the Barbie crap. I'm sure every Australian on the planet hates that. Like, people say to me, oh, top of the morning. I have never met an Irish person that says that. And I'm Irish. Never, ever met an Irish person that actually says top of the morning. I know what it means. It means wishing you a great day. I mean, I've heard some other crackers like, may you be maybe half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead. I love that one. That makes me giggle every single time. May you be half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead. May the road rise up to meet you. It means may you walk with ease. I love stuff like that. One of my favorites, and you'll see it in pubs around the world, all Irish pubs around the world, Cíd Míle Fáilte. Cíd Míle Fáilte. It means 100,000 welcomes. So when you go to an Irish pub, no matter where you are in the world, most Irish pubs will have Cíd Míle Fáilte written on it, on the windows, on the doors. That means 100,000 welcomes. Guten Morgen is German, Kay. Guten Morgen. It means good morning. Guten Morgen. That's good morning in German, my darling. So I love languages. I love the Italians talking. They don't talk. They sing to each other. I love it. A bit like the Welsh. The Welsh accent is, they sing to each other. I'm a big fan of the Geordie accent. The Geordie, when I'm talking to Geordies, they make me feel homely and welcome and warm and honest. I love the Geordie accent as well. The Scottish accent it's kind of like so down to earth and so honest and so real. and it's laced with comedy. I love it. I think it's laced with comedy because my hero is Billy Connolly, so it's like that. Amanda has come in the house and joined to say, hey, she's figured it out. She's figured it out. I told you, Amanda, I told you 3 months ago, switch the phone on. Good to see you, darling. Welcome to the show. Now, as I told you 100 times, it's all about you guys. So make sure that you guys get your questions together and get them to me. Momentarily, I will be inviting Ronan onto the show. In fact, I'm actually going to send out his invite right now. There we go. Ronan, just click that link. Just click that link. And hopefully we'll get him to come on the show. Right, so before Ronan gets in here, I'll just watch for him joining up with this. Make sure that you have got something to ask me. What are we going to talk about tonight? What in the world do you want to talk about tonight? Okay, it can be anything you want. The only thing that I'm not really happy to talk about is politics. I'm not a politician. I don't like politics. I don't like politicians. I don't want to meet up with people who want to be a politician. I don't want to talk to them either. They're boring farts. Kay says, do you watch Outlander? No, don't actually. I have such a hard time understanding them. No, I don't watch. I really kind of watch. I try to watch only stuff that's going to make me laugh. I like real stuff. I want to watch a movie. I like movies about real things, true stories. I like stuff like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, Ronan just contact me. Let's go for 9:30. There we go. So I'm texting you. I'm texting him. Sorry. Well, I'll say texting. I'm typing on the keyboard here. No, I don't really. Johanna tends to watch a lot of when she, if she's working from our living room, for an example, she will have series on, and she'll watch stuff. Is actually, to be honest with me, she watches stuff that bores the life out of me. She loves stuff like like doctors and nurses and hospitals. The only show that I really like that she likes is House. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the TV show with Hugh Laurie, House. That's a good show because it's full of sarcasm and that makes me giggle. So I kind of like, I'm motivated to watch that. House is a good show. Do you think that there are time travelers? Well, do I think there are time travelers? Well, Einstein proved that time travel is possible. So if he proved that time travel is possible, who am I to argue that point? Now, if he proved time travel is possible in our time frame, in our lifetime, who am I to say that the future people haven't? It's like switching on and off a light for them. Who am I to challenge? I'm not qualified to challenge. Is it possible? Einstein says yes. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. I love hospital stuff, says Amanda. I'm not. You see all these ER shows, and to be honest with you, I think they're all the same. There's arguments going on with doctors and nurses moaning and whinging and affairs and this and that and then it's all the same damn story, just in different shows. So I get bored really fast. So Julie Sharp says, I love his dry humor. He's not even trying to be funny. House is, I just love his sarcasm. His sarcasm is so funny. He's actually a really, really cool guy. And I mean, to come from where Hugh Laurie, where he came from his comedic background here, to doing a character like House is just pretty cool, to be honest. Good evening, Sue Vinicum. Vinicum. Every time I said Vinicum, it sounds like some little person that should be helping Santa pack his sleigh. Vinicum. I'm one of the Vindicum. Please don't think that I'm taking the mickey out of you, Sue. I am only too happy to see that you're here. Thank you for being here, my love. I like real hospital stuff, like 24-hour and A&E. Yeah. Nah. Nope. I like to be surrounded by comedy. I like to be surrounded by aviation stuff. Now that bores Johanna to bits. I love aviation, so I love watching stuff about helicopters and airplanes and aviation and space, going into space, the discovery of the space like that. Things like that. I love. I'm into the Discovery Channel. I could watch the Discovery Channel from morning to night. Even when people like Martin Clunes, he does these series where he goes diving and sees different animals and things of that nature. I love stuff like that. I love the three, the Gordon, Gino, and Fred. Oh, I could watch that morning, noon, and night. Gordon, Gino, and Fred. Absolutely love stuff like that. I love watching Gino's Italian, when he takes you to Italy and shows you all the different foods. Any things of that nature, that's the kind of thing that I'll watch. Now, in fiction, I will like itchy ear. I like stories or shows like Only Fools and Horses, Porridge, old school comedy. Love stuff like that. Let's have a look at what Janine has just put up. Paul, can you please let people tell people, maybe that's supposed to be, to pray for my best friend. Her name is Diana Borello. She just moved to palliative care with stage 4 brain cancer, and she doesn't have long. Absolutely, my darling. We will put Diana in our prayers and in our thoughts, and we will ask that her time here be peaceful, quiet, gentle, and she spends it with her friends and with her family. And when she's ready to go home, that her transition is gentle and without obstruction. All right, my love. Wow. I really, I'm so sad that your friend's going through that. Joe Sampson says, hi, my cousin died several years ago. His sister has tried to connect with him many times, and the only message she gets is that he has a lot to do and he's busy, but we'll be there when the time is right. I'd love to know who gave your friend or your cousin that information, because it's bollocks. All right, because your cousin, the person who passed over will be with them from morning and noon and night. They're around. It's there. Yes, they have time to get on. They've got stuff to do. They got it's called the next life for a reason. All right, because they got stuff to do. But it's not like it's not like here. Whoever told them that is it's not correct. All right, they are with us when we need them, but they don't stay with us because we become addicted to having them around. All righty, they'll pull back a little bit at a time. Okay, but as for being too busy, absolute total and utter trash. Not true. Gino is funny. I like Gino. Shani's joined us. Shani, good evening. Welcome to the show. Lots of prayers going for Diana, and a little quiet thought right now, guys. Let's do that right now. Let's just close our eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Think of Diana and just allow energy and love and strength to flow around her and to flow around her family. Her family's going to need it more than Diana is, to be absolutely honest with you, because as we move towards going home, oddly enough, we become more peaceful. It's our friends and family who find it really, really difficult. And Joe, for example, people who give Joe Sampson's friends misinformation just makes our lives, or the lives of the people that remain behind, harder. So for a second or two, guys, just close your eyes for a moment and just see Diana's name in your mind and send out energy and love to her and her family. at this really hard time. May your transition be peaceful, gentle, and wrapped with love. I've asked the angels to surround her and all her friends and family at this time. Thank you for doing that, guys. Gina says, I don't know if you're doing tests. No, as he reads today, but I'd love to hear from my mother. I don't do reads on a Thursday, Kay. As you, I do reads only on a Monday night. Gina has joined us. Gina, good evening, my darling. How great to see you. I hope all's well with you. I hope you're getting stronger and stronger. Great to see you. Carol says, Spirit are never too busy. Thoughts and prayers for all needed. Never too busy for that. Paul, do you remember doing a meditation on meeting your gatekeeper? That was one awesome meditation. Was meeting your guides? Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you do the transition to meeting your guides, you got to go through your gatekeeper. So I knew what you mean. But yes, I do that on a regular basis. In fact, as you guys know, very, very shortly I'll be moving home. And once we have the new studio, I will be doing the seminar on Meet Your Guides. So make sure you guys not only find out about it, but book your place. Once the places are booked and they're gone. And I'm not going to bend rules. Okay. We're going to do it. We're going to do the Meet Your Guides, and the people who get in through the door first, great. If you miss the first seminar, I maybe depending on how many we do, I may do another seminar a week maybe later. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how it goes. But if you think about it, you guys know how busy my life is. And it's taken 4 months to get from me deciding I'm going to do these seminars, and we're still not ready to do them yet. Amanda says, I love I love the gatekeeper meditation and all the following ones. They are really, really good. Roland's just asking me what to do here. Click on the link, and just follow the, what's the right word here? Follow the system. Good. I'm trying to think quickly on my feet. I'm not doing it. I'm not really good that way. Diana is my great friend, but she is also my daughter's mother-in-law, and a beautifully lovely person. Well, I'm sorry you guys are going through that, my darling. I tried to look for the seminar on your page, can't find the book, and they'll do it through website. So www. He says, looking for it. I've got it here. So just go on to there and book for just to click on and set to contact us. Click on the contact us and say you want to be on the Meet Your Guides seminar. Boom. Follow the yellow brick road. I didn't see Roger in the house. Has Roger just joined us? And here's Ronan's in the house. Look at that. He's sitting there now to hear him.
Hello, Paul.
Yes. Hello, fella.
Hello to you and all your listeners. Thanks for having me on, man.
How good to see you, pal. We've been talking now for the best part of nearly 2 years.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we have. Yeah.
And
through our mutual friend Sue Searle, do you remember?
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. How good to see that you've taken that step, bud. How good to see that.
Yes, definitely. In a good place now, Paul.
Yes, and tell us all about what's happening, what you've managed to achieve there in Dublin.
Well, it's not Dublin I'm in, Paul. It's a little place called Carry. Excuse the backdrop here. It's I'm at a hotel here. My son is visiting from the UK, so we're just out at the moment,
Good idea.
And, yeah, it's not Dublin. It's Carlow, it's a little town south of Dublin, and managed to open like a spiritual, holistic type shop. Selling all spiritual stuff, books, crystals, everything to do. We do readings there, healings, therapy. We have guest mediums coming in, guest healers, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah. I'm looking
Just
forward to my guest appearance.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll have you well promoted. There'll be a nice reception there for you, Paul. You know.
Well, I definitely would, because I'm going to be doing a lot in Ireland this year, a lot. And in
Okay.
fact, I was over there only about a month and a half ago,
Yeah.
and I'll be back over there. I'm hoping within the next month. So what I'll do is once I've got all the dates together, I'll let you know, and we can make everything happen together.
Yeah,
When
you're
we're
going
on
to be back and forth and all that. And when you have time, Paul, you know, we're here all the time. You know, whenever in your own time, you know, no pressure. Be great
Oh,
to
I
have
like
you there.
pressure. I work better under pressure.
Where's these books? Yeah, you need to give me a link where I can get
I
your
will
books in there.
tell
You
you
know.
what I'll do. I will have a chat with the publishers
Yeah.
this week, and I will
Yeah.
get them to make sure that you have a lot sent to your shop.
Sure. That's
Alrighty.
great, Paul. Yeah, that's
And
brilliant.
then what we'll do is I'll do a date when I come over, and I'll do a seminar, and I'll do signing of
Yeah.
books, and we'll do
Excellent. Yeah,
reads. And...
I'll have you well. We'll have you well promoted here, Paul. Well promoted. You know.
Now you're making a lot of people in the room happy with your accent, because our accent is obviously well, mine's softer than yours. Yours is a little bit more harder now.
Yeah,
When you're
it
Dublin.
is. Mine is a little bit harder, but I remember when I lived in the UK a few years ago, the Northern Ireland accent was voted the sexiest accent in the world. So you're on a good one there, Paul. You know. So you're slightly ahead of me, you know.
Oh, now come on. Now Dublin. Now Bono gets away with it quite a bit. So if he can get away with it, you're well on your way, pal.
Yeah, I have to be mindful and talk kind of slow, because when I really go quick, you wouldn't understand the word I'm saying, you know.
See, this is what it's like when I'm on stage and I'm starting to work, and then I move back into Irish mode, and I'm
Of
going,
course.
and people are looking at me going, what the heck is he saying? You know? But I, do you know what? I'm so happy that you've took that step. I'm so happy that you it's all clicked, because that's what you were waiting on, really.
It was, Paul, and you know, it's been a long journey. It's been a tough journey, you know, and I have a lot of people to thank, you know, that just gravitated in and out my path, such as yourself. You know, I remember when I came to you first, and you know, Sue gave me your number, and we spoke. Like, oh, you gave me some great tips. You know, it was all these things helped. You know,
Yeah.
and when you need, like, someone will come in, and then they'll go, and they'll come back in as you need them. You know, that's how spirit work.
Absolutely, totally, 100%.
You know? Yeah, they link us all up. You know.
The thing about it is, your heart and your mind and your soul was all just slightly offline, and then all of a sudden it just went click.
Yes.
And boom, and then you're off, and things are happening for you. And I mean, I fell in love with you the day we met, you know, and we just, you know, we hit it off. And then I just said to Joanna, I'm going to help this guy. This guy is just, there's something about him that I feel like I've known you all my life.
Yeah, it's soul family, Paul. It's a higher thing, you know. We're all one big soul
and you
family.
know, you were just, when I first met you, I could just feel you're looking for that thing, thing, and it just clicked for you. And I knew you'd get it. If you remember, I said to you, you're going to be all right. Things are going to work out better than you think, you know?
Yeah.
And do you know what? As I'm looking at you now, all of the worry has left your face.
Oh, it's gone, Paul. It's gone. I'll tell you what happened. I've been, you know, I go to a spiritualist union, it's kind of a spiritualist church. They don't like to use the word church in Dublin, but it's a spiritual, very similar to the UK spiritualist church.
Yeah.
And I've been going there now for quite a few months and sitting in circle there with some great people, learn a lot, great energy, you know. And this week, in the last 10 days, I've done my first 5 paid readings.
There you go.
I done one for a lady today, and it was absolutely amazing. The energy in the room, the spirit were there. It's just free flow. It was like free flow.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to get addicted, and then you're going to just, that's it. You're off and running.
Well, you're right, Paul, because it is addictive. I'm feeling that. You know, I can't wait for the next one now, you know.
Where do you get to the big stage like me?
I don't think I'll do that. Leave that to the boys like you that could handle that. Paul, you know, only lads like you can handle.
Listen, you got the Irish in you, so it's going to work. It's going to work. You're getting, I know you probably can't see it, but you're getting a lot of people from all over the globe, from America, Ireland, UK, Australia, Egypt.
Oh, brilliant.
All wishing you the very, very best. Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you.
Right, okay. It's on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, The Violet Flame, as in Saint Germain of the Violet Flame. So the
Yes.
shop is called Violet Flame Holistic Shop in Carlow, Ireland.
Well, what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen of the world? I'm going to be putting a link on my website for Ronan, so you'll be able to go onto the website and click it.
And I'll text you the links. And the Instagram is The Violet Flame 111.
There you see. He's nicked my 111 already. He's nicked my 111 already.
Well, it's actually funny because myself and my partner that opened the shop, our birthdays are both 11/11. You know, so it's kind of clicked. It's all these little things, these synchronicities, you know.
About crikey, 5 years ago, I kept saying, "What's next? What do you want me to do? What is it you want me to? I don't know what you want me to do." And I wasn't realizing, but I kept seeing 111 everywhere I went. Even there would be a bus in front of me, 111. I would arrive and I'd open the door and you'd be on at 111, or it kept saying 111. And then I went, oh my God, they're trying to tell me something here, 111. And as soon as I went, okay, I scrapped my business and I called it Paul Francis 111. Bang, doors opened all over the places, and come and join us. We want you to do radio shows. We want you to do TV shows. Everything just started. Poof.
Yeah.
Then I met you.
There you go, you know.
And then it went backwards.
Wouldn't say that. I remember New Year's Eve. I was sitting there on New Year's Eve on my phone, you know. And you know the way a family texts each other Happy New Year and all that?
Yes.
I got one from you. Now, I hadn't spoken to you in a few months before that. I just got a random one from you, Happy New Year. And it meant a lot, you know. I felt that one, Paul. I felt it.
Oh, yeah. It was meant that way, my boy. It was meant.
All that. Just the thought. It was very nice of you, you know. And it meant a lot.
Well, you know what? You're a genuine person. And it's my... And I genuinely say this, it's my honor to introduce you to other people, you know?
It was, you know, like Sue, our mutual friend, she said, oh, you have to speak to this man. You'll get on great with him. He's brilliant. She couldn't talk highly enough of you. And you know what? It was 100% true. Sue is a good judge.
She's an absolute... In fact, I tell you what, a show with me and Sue over at your place, that would be...
I'm trying to get her over, Paul. I'm trying to get her over.
She's a honest to God, she's like just a dynamite. She's dynamite. She's like a dynamo. She's just constant.
Yeah, she's amazing. She has great guides. She works. The way she works is absolutely amazing. Yeah.
She and I sat in her front room one night, and it was late one afternoon, and we started doing reads for each other. And it was almost like, oh, I'll get somebody better than you. And then she go, and it was, and it was like almost like like a gunfighter's fight. It was really funny. We had she's a cracking, honest to God person. I must get her on the show one night. You know, I haven't spoken to her in a while.
Paul, you may get her on it.
I must get her on the show. Listen, I wanted to get you on, so make sure you get me those links. Okay.
As soon as we finish, I'm gonna send them straight to you.
Send them to me. I'll make sure they're on my Facebook page. I'll make sure they're on my website, and we'll get people in through your front door and make things happen. But now your son's over from the UK. You got to go spend time with him.
I will do, Paul, but I just want to say one thing to you.
Sure.
Thanks for having me on, and hello to everybody, all your listeners from Ireland. As you can see, it's not really a great weather we're having here at the moment, but happy, you know. So thanks very much, Paul.
Do you know what Billy Connolly said?
What did he say?
Billy Connolly said, there's no such thing as bad weather, just the wrong clothing.
True, if you think about it. Yeah, I'm well wrapped up here. I got the hood and all ready to put on.
Well, that's Ireland for you, and I miss home. I still call Ireland home. I always refer to Ireland.
Well, there's no place like home, Paul. It's always going to be for you, you know. So
yeah. I can't wait to get home, and I can't wait to come and hang out with you. And we'll do two kinds of spirit, like I did with Derek Acora. We had the spirit, we worked, and then we had the other spirit.
Yeah.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, good. Oh, well, there's plenty of that here. And what we'll do, we'll sit in space, Paul, and we'll read each other. We'll see how we
Sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan to me. They're all saying loving to meet you. I'm just reading on their messages, and they're all gonna click on the link, basically.
Excellent. Paul, I really appreciate that. It's just getting it out there. We're all one big family, you know. That's it at the end of the day.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. It's a shame I didn't have you on here. I'd love you to have met Roger and Faye. So we'll get you on again. And
anytime, Paul. You know I'm always there. Anytime.
We'll get you on to meet and Roger and Faye, and they're lovely because they'll boost you down in the lower parts of the United States.
Okay, really good. Yeah, cool. All the good places.
And I love your accent as well. He sounds like a Mexican. Roger's saying you sound like a Mexican. Roger's actually a Mexican, but you want to hear him try and do an Irish accent. It sounds like a drunk Scotsman.
Well, I'll tell you what, you want to hear me doing a Mexican restaurant, but I tell you, I need about another half bottle of tequila and I'll be able to do the Mexican accent absolutely fine.
Listen, go and enjoy the time with your son, and you and we'll talk there over the weekend, all right?
Right, Paul, thank you so much for everything, right?
Anytime.
All your help, and thank you, and bye-bye to all your listeners. It's been great to be with you.
Be safe, my friend, and we'll talk
very
shortly, okay?
I'll send you them links in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Make sure you do.
Excellent.
Good luck.
Bye. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you go. That was Ronan, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, he's an absolute genuine. He's an absolute sweetheart. And he came to me just off the cuff from an introduction from another friend of ours. And he said, I'm not in a really good place. Can you help me? And I said, of course I'll help you. And then I told him, I said, you're not going to need my help. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just looking for a link for Roger and Faye so we can get Roger and Faye on the show, because I can't believe the time is rocketing so fast. So momentarily, as I look to get Roger and Faye on, and then we'll have our usual conversations. Let's have a quick. So I need to come down here. Everybody's saying g'day, and everybody's saying goodbye. So I'll tell you what, I will be right back after this message. You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com. Indeed, I am back, and in the meantime, I am trying to find Roger and Faye, because this new Facebook is just a pain in the rear, isn't it? Why do they have to change stuff? Why can't they just leave it to just the way it was? Oh, we're updating it. Why? Why did you need to update it? There's Faye. If I get Faye, then Faye can tell Roger. There we go. And then they'll both come on momentarily. You just watch. So now, who else has come in since I was chatting with Ronan? Roger's come in. Good to see him. Anne-Marie Reyes. Good evening, Anne-Marie. Lovely to see you. Lisa Cantu, because Michigan is here. Michigan's in the house. Everybody's loving the Irish accents tonight. Kaylee, welcome, my darling. Good to see you. Everybody's loving the Irish accent. And yeah, I've had a couple of messages going, oh my God, I can't believe your accent's got stronger since he come on. Yes, that always happened. Dawn Hatton, good evening, my darling. Love, 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 love. I was in Truro for a good 2.5, 3 hours today. And everybody's going, oh, that was lovely. Sue's going, oh, that's so lovely. I've gone all Irish now. And there they are. Look who's in the house. How wonderful to see you too.
Hi.
How are you, lad?
Do you know the great thing about being here is I can do that. That mutes him. So anyway,
Oh, Lord.
I wish I had that button.
yeah. Well, actually, wouldn't it be great if you could invent? You ever seen the movie Click?
No, haven't.
Oh, you got to watch the movie Click. Adam Sandler, right? And he's got this magic remote control.
Oh, yes.
And he, like, when his missus starts having a go at him, he just goes, pause. And she goes, like at her, like, oh my. See, when I first met Johanna, right? This is a wee story I haven't told many people. When I first met Johanna, weirdly enough, when we first met, I didn't like her. I
What
didn't.
the hell?
I thought she was a overpowering, menacing, bloody nightmare. But then we got to talking, and what she was really wanting to do was help me promote and develop my business. Only she didn't have the communication skills that I do.
Mm. I see.
So anyway, we spent the majority of our chats on, like Messenger, the way we chat. And the great thing about it is we would fall asleep at night chatting to each other. And the thing about it is I could reach over and press the volume down button. And I could just click, 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 and she'd be like, and I'd be volume down. And I often think to myself, wouldn't that be great if we could do that for real? Wouldn't it, Roger? If we could just go right in the middle of nagging. That'll do. Click.
My
And you just
wife
didn't go-
doesn't nag though.
Every
Who
woman
doesn't nag?
nags. It's part of their. It's called
No.
oxygen.
Not mine.
I've got to shut the door. He's echoing.
See, there you go. She's already nagging.
I gotta click him. Click. I'll be right back.
Be right back, Roger. You're looking great, my man. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing fine. Thank you. Just wanted to say hi to everybody that's on. And, Christopher James, I don't know if I'm getting a friend request from him, if it's him or what, but all I get is this picture of the band Korn. You remember that band?
Yeah.
It's just a picture of that band, and it says his name on it, Christopher James, and I'm going, that's not him, that's Korn.
Well, maybe he's Christopher James from Korn.
I don't
That's
know.
what it is. That's what it is.
Guess
Well,
who I
if it were
guess who I
that-
messaged today?
Who did you message?
Mel Gibson.
What?
Yeah. Mel
Why?
Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Why?
The
Does he-
one
does
from
he know you?
Laughing?
No, Mel Gibson.
Oh,
you
Mel
know?
Gibson, the movie star.
Oh,
Hi. So what
Go
was
on,
the-
where do you, how many movies do you want me to start with Mel Gibson?
I know, really.
I like the one
They
he
may
did
take
with-
our lives, but they'll never take our. That's an American who can do a better Scottish accent than you can.
Yeah.
They'll never take our freedom.
It was a cool movie. I don't think Roger saw that movie.
He's
No,
actually
I
just
never
done the follow-up to the.
No, I watched
Is
the
it
one
the
he
Christ?
did with Danny Glover
That was,
and Joe Pesci.
yeah, that was Lethal Weapon.
Yep,
Right.
he did the one
Love
with
the
Joe
Lethal
Pesci. That
Weapons.
was funny.
They
When
were.
you get off?
Okay, enough.
Actually, he was in the last Expendables movie.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the bad guy in the last Expendables movie. Actually, oddly enough. What did Dawn said? You're welcome at any time. You're all Dawn and Amanda are having a wee chat. Sometimes you look over and you go, "Is that for me?" And then you think, "Oh no, it's not."
They're
They're having a wee
talking
chat.
amongst themselves. That's what.
That's good.
that's
That's
a
good.
It's a chat room, for goodness sake.
That's what, and the whole words are chat. I love having Faye on here. It's
You do?
wonderful having somebody on who I can actually understand, and see there, Lynn. I always thought that Lynn Fern would never ever tell a lie. I never nag.
Uh-huh. I have to hold my tongue a lot. That's true.
Why?
So
But
I
you know
won't
what,
nag.
Paul? You're
I won't
making a
nag.
mistake by arguing back or anything. You just go like this. You do like the Mexicans do. They go when somebody's yelling, and you just go, ah.
No, when the wives are arguing, you go, "Okay."
Yeah,
He
exactly.
just keeps on going, what?
You say, "Can you eat this?" Ah.
I watched a movie last night called Tombstone Dying. A famous Mexican movie star. He's always known for playing the bad guy, and he's and if you said his name, I'd probably recognize it. But he's got that kind of like he's got a very serious persona, but he's Mexican. He's got a real deep Mexican accent.
That's either Emilio Fernandez.
No, Danny something or other.
Oh, Danny
Oh, yeah.
Trejo.
Yeah.
Danny
he was
Trejo.
He basically he was the lead of this this gang, or of a gang of outlaws, but they turned on him and killed him. And then the devil, who was Mickey Rourke, gave him an opportunity to come back and exact revenge on these guys that killed him. It was a good film, actually. Danny Trejo says Anne Marie.
Yeah.
He's actually because he's got that look. You wouldn't mess with him, would you?
Don't mess
But
with them.
realistically speaking, he's a sweetheart.
Yep.
He's a granddad, and he's involved with food, isn't he? He does something for
He has a
food.
Trejo tacos.
That's it. I knew it was something to do with food. He was
Yep.
big on. Que is what in Spanish? Que
Yep.
is Anne Marie.
And he comes to St. Paul a lot, to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Because he's got
apparently he's a
relatives
really
here.
nice guy. He's not that persona that he brings over.
No,
He's-
no. That's
But
all
he gives
for-
you that, we had adverts over here, literally about his tacos, and he does that. He goes into that. You don't mess with me. You don't like my tacos, and then and then he just starts laughing. Jeez. But my favorite is still Puss in Boots. Anyway.
with Antonio
Antonio
Banderas.
Okay, so what's the news, girl? What's happening?
What's the news?
Yeah.
You're talking to
what's
me?
happening? Yeah. Are you the only K around here?
I'm not a
Yeah.
Fae. I'm a Fae.
A Faye, K.
That's
I've
okay.
just
I
Gay?
got drugs. You might
Gay?
have drugs still.
Gay? Faye's Angels. What's happening? When's Faye's Angels gonna
Oh my
be?
gosh. Hmm.
I told you, but
I told you, I know. I just don't know if I have enough to talk about. I just don't know.
Hey, listen, we sit down here every Thursday night. There's no agenda, yet we do an hour and a half. In
Yeah.
fact, we very often run out of time.
I know. I suppose I could try it. I guess I could try it and just see. if
No, you don't try.
you do.
You do or you do not. You don't try. My mother, who was just absolute, she must have once. There was only one human being ever became an angel, and that's Metatron, if I remember correctly. But my mother was the next one. So
Who
Um,
did you say, Paul?
Metatron,
Metatron is the voice of the Lord.
I know that.
Okay.
Did we ask you? Sit
No, no.
quiet when me and Faye are talking.
I,
So,
Okay, dokie. How
Oh.
we move on?
my mother used to say to me, trying is your preconditioning to fail.
Yep.
She used to say, if you walk down the left-hand side of the road, you'll be safe. If you walk down the right-hand side of the road, you be safe. If you try and walk down the middle of the road, sooner or later you're going to get run over.
And if you stay at home, you're better off.
So basically, don't try.
Right.
okay. Gotcha.
Do or do not. Give
Oh,
it 100%. Listen, how many times have you heard me saying, if you do something you love, you'll never fail? It's in my book. I know you've read it.
I have. I read
So-
it all the time.
So look
Okay.
into what about creating an amazing show, which you have. You have the opportunity on this station to create a
Okay.
show just for ladies to come and chat. It can be about spiritual. It can be about real life. It can be about. I mean, you have a wealth of knowledge that you have obtained over your time on this earth,
I have.
and a lot of it's legal knowledge as well.
Well, I helped in the legal realm. I didn't. I helped, but yeah, I mean, it gives you a lot of common sense.
But
A
some
lot of
people,
stuff.
some people
Don't
are
have
walking in the dark,
I know. I know.
and when they're walking in the
No.
dark, sometimes they still find it they can't come to people like Roger and I.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for this encouragement. I just am overwhelmed with. I feel humbled by it, actually. But
Well, you got Roger there to help you. He'll well, no, I'll take that back. You got Roger there.
I know what we could do. I could have my show, and I have you as my first guest.
I would be honored.
and that would be really helpful.
But you got to put a dress on.
me.
No,
Oh.
Paul, because it's all women.
I can wear a kilt.
There you go.
Good. Yes,
I
you
can
could.
wear. I got married in a full kilt.
Did
full
you?
kilt
So
stuff.
do you have certain colors?
Yeah,
You
you have
know?
your family tartan.
What is your family tartan color?
Well, it's obviously based on green, isn't it? So This is an Irish tartan.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I have a Scottish tartan, and it's
Yeah.
red and black. It's very
Yeah, yeah,
vivid
yeah,
red.
yeah. The
It's crazy.
Campbells were red and black. You must be linked to the Campbells.
You know, the Campbells are a bad name for the Ewings because they took
Ah,
over our stuff. We're not
but
real happy with the Campbells. Are I'm sorry if anybody's related to a Campbell.
yeah, but it wasn't the Campbells. You know, everybody's related to somebody. But it
Yes,
doesn't mean that that person who's related to whomever was involved with the negativity.
they took our
Uh,
property, Paul.
I was.
They won.
I'm a direct descendant of one of the four kings of Ireland.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm a prince, really.
Goodness. Wow.
So next time you speak to me, Roger, bow first. So
You got to bow to me because I'm descendant of a king.
well, I've just said that.
I
I'm
am. I
descendant of a
really
woman.
am.
He
So am
really
I.
is. So is he.
So am
Okay.
I. Cornish tartan is gold and black. Yeah, I was going to say it's kind of gold or fawn color. Um, all the Celts have tartan, even the Welsh have tartan.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm
Paul,
learning so much. So yeah, okay,
Juanito,
so I'll have my first show in September.
I would literally, I promise, you know, I don't lie to you guys. I was going to say September.
Were you?
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. And so it will be September. I've got to figure out the time, and we'll make it
Don't
happen.
just just let it flow. Let it come to you. So Roger, listen, I've got this real indication on you, and I don't read on a Thursday night. I don't read, but this is not a read. This is a direction. Uh, Lisa's going. I'm confused. What's a tart? Well, a tart is something you eat. A tartan is a
It's like
cloth.
plaid. It's
It's
a
cloth.
plaid,
A
isn't it?
plaid cloth.
It's a
Yeah,
plaid. It's
it's
the way.
actually the tartan is woven to for reasons. But Roger,
Right.
anyway, I was going to say something to you about what the hell? Give me that again.
go back to
Okay,
Faith Show.
no, it's something to do with um focused healing on a knee or a hip.
Both.
But don't put it off.
Okay.
We're at that stage now where you're going to get to the point where if you don't do it, you're going to be made do it.
All right.
And it always works better if you choose to do it. All right.
You got a
Um,
knucklehead on.
um, you have a beautiful, 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 beautiful señorita guide.
Wow. He does?
It's kind of like either this person is Dutch or she's kind of got like a Dutchy kind of clothing on. Maybe what do you call those lovely people who live in the old ways and put up barns by hand and
Amish?
Amish, that kind of a look.
Okay.
And this person's around you, very, very, very focused person. So God knows why she's around you, but anyway, she's around you. And I really, 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 and I'm rarely wrong with this. I'm not a big-headed guy. You guys know that, but I'm rarely wrong with this. This is a guide, and this guide's coming in for. It's kind of the reason the feeling I'm getting about this is if you're looking at a beautiful plant and you have dead leaves, you snap off the dead leaves. So she's basically around you to take away the stuff that you don't need and to get you
Okay.
pinpoint focused. But she's also bringing in the you need to take care of that hip and that knee. Stop donkeying
Yes.
around. Get on with it. Don't procrastinate anymore. Only she didn't use the word procrastinate, but I'll let you. Anne Gamble. Good evening, Anne. How good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Paul,
Prefer
if I
the blue and
may,
green, says Dawn. Amanda. Amanda prefers blue and green. The color of Amanda's hair wouldn't give you that idea, would it? Do you know what? Today I was in my favorite little deli in Truro,
Uh-huh.
and in walked a punk, and I
Uh-huh.
haven't seen a punk rocker for
oh,
eons.
okay.
Huh.
Oh, look at that! Hey, why? Alicia Ramirez, I'm here for available. Basically, this person is here to rip you off. This person is, if you want to look at this person, highlight them because this is a liar.
Yeah.
There's two of them. There's another one named Mary John.
So I just blocked that person for you, Paul.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
welcome.
Guys, if this person comes up, make sure you guys report them straight away to Facebook. Not that that useless bunch of cretins on Facebook will do anything for it, on it. They'll rather take us out for something wrong rather than somebody who's actually trying to hack people. But enough said, because I'm not on my spiritual show on a Monday night. I'm on this show, which we can all talk openly. But Roger, I just want to say to you, sorry, man. I keep getting this thing about, and I feel you should know what this is, but it's something about like heating up wood to help with joints. That doesn't mean diddly squat to me, mate. I wouldn't have a clue, but it feels to me like I'm heating something up, and you put it on the joints, and it helps.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing in my mind's eye means I would be like, what? I don't understand.
It's an old thing that comes from my great grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him what it is, dear.
Is it telling me what it is, or she's going to nag you for the next month?
No, it's kind of like a sweat. I don't know if you've heard of a sweat.
A sweat lodge.
Yeah.
Like what
It's
the
like
Native
that.
Americans people have.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Well, my grandma was into that a lot.
Okay, well, you're getting told. You're not getting asked. Would your grandmother be like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to call her Little Grandma because she was feisty.
How tall was she? She was a little 4 foot.
5 foot. No, about 4'11", I would say.
Yeah. She's tiny.
That's my grandmother was the same, and she was feisty. She used to say stuff to me like, "I'll batter your head square," and she said that to me, "I'll batter your head square," and I promise you that when first time she said that to me, it took me nearly 30 minutes to stop laughing. Because I could physically see her in my mind's eye hitting my head and making it square shaped, you know.
And the more you laugh, the more they get mad.
Oh no, she would just. Oh, I get a lot of my wit comes from her side of the family, and she'd say things like, "I'm going to say it in the way she'd said, but then I'll explain what she means." She said, "I leave the track of my foot in your arse," and that I leave the track of my foot on your arse. That means she's going to stick her boot up your backside. And when they say that, you know that like if the footprint, when you put a footprint in sand or soil, it makes that shape.
Right.
We call that in Ireland. We call it the track. Okay. She said, "I'll leave the track of my foot on your arse." Oh, I used to say to her, "Grand, you fancy coming out for riding the car?" And she'd go, "Yeah." So we jump on the key ring then. She gave me the look. "I'll leave the track of my foot in your arse." And my mother used to say, "Bend over to slap you."
Did the Irish speak that quickly too?
Oh yeah. Well, you heard Ronan there, and he was slowing it down.
I don't know how do you? I can't think that fast.
When I go back to Ireland, when I go home, it usually takes me 15 minutes, half an hour, maybe an hour to get back into the rhythms. So the first 15 minutes, half an hour, my pals are talking to me, and I'm like, no idea what you're talking about. And then I catch up with the rhythms, and the rhythms all fall into place, and then I'm back into it. And like I had text messages coming just while I was talking to Ronan. My God, you're talking to an Irishman, right? Your accent is back. Yeah. You know, so they know when I'm talking to Irish people. They go, "You've been talking to somebody Irish, haven't you?" And I go, "Yeah." Mexicans speak fast, says Lisa.
Yep, we do.
Yeah, they do.
You ought to hear me on the phone when I'm talking to my friends in Texas or Mexico.
Mexico.
It's so crazy, and his whole persona changes as well. I mean, it's like a bunch of guys. I can't explain it. It's just like they're making fun of each other constantly, I think.
Yeah. That's what it should be.
And they are, and his laugh even becomes more Mexican. If I can give that Mexican laugh, give that whatever it is. It's really whole. He's another guy. I go, Who is that guy?
Who is this guy? I don't remember marrying this guy.
I know.
Paul,
This guy's actually happy. Yeah.
if I may,
Inter-
I have to show this to Dawn. Dawn, can you see that, Dawn? That was done at a waterfall in Monterrey, Mexico. Can you see the native Indian above my head?
It's gone.
There.
It
That's
doesn't
back.
show very well. It just looks like a bunch of waterfalls.
It is a waterfall.
Okay.
But
that's
wait,
all-
let me show. I'll give you a close up of it. Oh, now where'd that go? Come on. There's his head right there. Can you see it?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
in the matrixing in the
Yep.
the shape, the eyes and the nose and the mouth.
Yep.
Well, she said that she always seen me like an Indian, but that's the
A native.
reason, because he follows me around.
Mhm.
And I said that. I said I always feel like there's this native Indian following me, but. And then finally, he showed up in a picture when we took that picture at Monterrey, Mexico.
Mhm.
Well, that's obviously one of your guides, isn't it? Have you ever done the?
He also-
Have you
he
ever
also-
done the meditation to meet your guides?
No, I haven't done it.
I think you should do
I
it.
listened
When
to my
I'm-
wife.
When I do this seminar, you should be on it. You should do it.
Yes, you should. I think he wants to be on it.
Yeah, I do.
I want to be on it too.
I do.
I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in
Yeah,
ghosts.
that's
Do I do?
Wait, too. Yes, I do. You know,
Our puppies, right?
Yeah.
You know, I now hesitate to use the word puppies anymore. Okay, the smaller of the two puppies came up to me yesterday and stood up straight and put both of his paws on my shoulders
Oh boy.
and looked me
gosh,
straight in the eye.
isn't that
And they're
something?
puppies.
I know. They're going to be puppies for 5 years. German Shepherd.
So right now your dog is only 3 foot.
So anyway,
That was not.
I got him! Yay! Everybody clap! I got him.
I don't see anybody clapping.
nah,
I don't see.
nah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Give him Faye, give him his moment. Let him have his moment, because you know what he's like.
I do. I do.
He'll start huffing.
That's
Look at Sue's laughing so hard she's crying.
Sue can talk. She's about a foot smaller than me.
Really?
Yeah, she can walk underneath the dogs, not without bending down. Actually,
Oh,
Holly,
Lord.
you know our we've had Holly for 12 years. Holly can walk straight underneath them, literally, without
so
ducking.
Wow.
She'll walk straight under them. They're two. I must get a picture done shortly. The guys are
So
huge.
how are their ears coming along? Are they both up yet?
Um,
or not?
Well, Shadow, his ears are up straight like that. We were looking at Shadow yesterday, and we think he's about 35% wolf.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, he's a monster. His paws at how old is he now? He's about 3.5 months old, 4 months old. His front paws are the same size as my hand.
Oof.
He's a huge boy.
So do they have lots of energy? Do you have to? take
You
them
know,
out?
they're constantly fighting, play fighting. They never hurt
That's
each
good
other.
that they have each other though. That's cool because
Yeah.
they can expend that.
They're
energy with
they're
each other.
both extremely loving, of
That's so cool.
hugely loving little boys. They know at 10:30 they go, and they want to go to bed. They go off to go to bed 10:30 at night.
Oh,
But at
sweet.
5:30 in the morning, they go, right, we're ready.
Yeah, I know that one.
And then my Irish comes out of me, and the
Yeah.
second part is off.
Honey, tell them about the dog we saw Saturday, remember?
Which guy?
That big dog at the gig?
Oh my gosh, a lion. It's a Leon burger. A Leon burger. A Leon nut. It's
Oh, is this the one? It looks like a bear part dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that.
I have.
This
never
dog
seen
was
one.
huge.
Yeah,
like a
they are
pony.
huge. They make St. Bernards look small.
know.
I've seen. There's a guy close by has two of them. I wanted one. I thought they were stunningly beautiful dogs.
Oh,
But he said and he said to me, I spend the majority of my time combing the bloody things.
Right.
He
Well,
said,
I
"But
think
if you
they
don't
take a lot
comb
of
them,
care.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh." Do you know, I wasn't that phenomenal about getting the dogs at the beginning because we hadn't moved into our house yet, and I was thinking, I don't know what I want. But you know what? I'm so glad we did because they are two characters, and you can tell Holly is
Oh.
happy.
So I can do that too, Paul. So Don says, Leonberger, they're horse dogs. Yes.
I wondered how that got up there. I was thinking that was good. I didn't move my hands.
That was me.
See, I can just sit back and just do that. So anyway, Roger, you got to check my T-shirt out.
That's cool. He doesn't know what that is.
What?
No, because I don't watch none of those.
He doesn't do
What is that, Roger? What is
The
that?
Empire.
Yeah, so he does. He knows.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a stormtrooper. He's a
It's
stormtrooper.
about the Star Wars stuff.
Do you guys want to be let into a secret?
Yes.
I turned down a spot on Star Wars.
You did?
Really?
Yeah,
Why? And what was
because
it?
I don't know. I was doing. I'd done. There's a show that it's out in the United States. There's a show called Doc Martin, which was shot here in
Great.
Cornwall.
I
Sure,
love Doc
I know.
I was in Doc Martin,
You were?
Cool.
Yeah. and so I got on. You know me. I just talked to everybody, and I was having a great time. Anyway, two of the guys who were working on Doc Martin were then working on Star Wars, and they went, "We got a spot for you in Star Wars," and I was like, "Really?" And then they were going, "Yeah. Do you want it? Do you want to be in one of the movies?" And I was like, "Wow, yeah!" And I went home that night, and one of my other favorite TV shows is, I mean, I've been a Star Wars fan from I was 11 years old. But I mean, from the very start, 1979, I was at the opening night of Star
Oh.
Wars. Oh, huge fan. So I was like, "Oh my God, God loves me. Clearly, God loves me." And I went home that night, and I put on one of my favorite TV shows, which is Top Gear. You know, you guys probably get Top Gear, the British version of Top Gear in the United States. But anyway, Top Gear was on, and the star guest was Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know,
Wow.
so he was
Yeah.
on, and I was listening to him talk about being on set, and he says, "Yeah, on my last days of filming," he said, "I was sitting on a pommel horse, and George was shouting, 'Look at the moons, look at the moons,' and he was going like this here, looking around for the moons, and I was like pretending I was he was on the pommel horse, pretending he was on some big animal,
Big thing.
and I went, no, I don't want to do that because it will destroy
Oh, all
my
this
my imagination."
Sure,
And
sure.
I went back to the guy and I said, "Thank you, but no." He went, "Are you sure?" I went,
Took away the it would take
"Thank
away
you.
the magic.
It will take the magic away from me." And he understood immediately what I meant, and he wasn't narked or anything like that. He was like, "Okay, no worries," but
Okay.
it's there. And so I turned down Star Wars.
Wow,
Paul,
that's a cool
do you
story.
remember a show called Buck Rogers?
Yeah.
You remember the little, yeah, beady beady beat. Well, he was also. You remember Ewok?
Ewok
Well,
on the
Ewoks in
show.
Star Wars.
Yeah, it's the same guy. I met him.
He was one of the Ewoks.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
said
right,
he was the main one, and I said, "Man, you must be getting a lot of royalties." No, he goes, "No,
No, they
I
don't.
was in costume." He said, "So nobody knew who I was."
Yeah.
The same
Right.
with Buck Rogers. He had all these DVDs out. He said, "This is how I make my money." He had 35 of them.
Yeah.
That was a
And-
shame.
Oh, there's a lot of people lost a lot of money over stuff like that. I mean, one of my pals, do you remember a band? I probably don't, because, I mean, well, no, they were big. They were number one in America, and they were number one here in the UK. Paper Lace. The song was "Billy, Don't Be a Hero,"
Yeah.
and the Night Chicago. Well, the guitar singer's a mate of mine, close friend of mine,
Oh, wow.
and hasn't got two pennies rubbed together.
What happened?
They didn't own the rights.
That's so
The
sad.
night Chicago died.
Yep,
Yeah.
Chris is a very close friend of mine.
That's so sad,
Holy
isn't it?
moly!
Will you come over? I'll take to bring you to meet him.
Who owned the master?
God knows. I
That's
wasn't
who's
really,
making the money.
I wasn't really into that. I mean, I knew it. My mom knew it. It was before my time, obviously. But my music was, well, you guys know, my music was electronic in the 80s and on from there. I mean, for somebody, I can't. I still to this day find myself thinking that you don't know who Peter Gabriel is. That's still. I was like,
I know who Peter Gabriel
no,
is. I do too.
no.
He's-
Roger said he didn't. He didn't know who Peter Gabriel
Peter
was.
who?
See. Leona McAvoy, welcome to the show. I love the energy you guys have together. It's cheered me right up. There you go. There you go. That's what this show is for, and that's why Faye's Angels will work.
Okay, I'm in.
See, I told you.
I told you. So what night could we have that?
I'm
I mean,
telling
any
you
night.
about.
Tuesday night?
No, have it on Thursday, honey.
Oh, she's too busy hosting with me.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me. Deja vu. I had a dream of this moment. Hey, gotta ask you a question. You know
Yeah.
what? You know dyslexia?
Yeah.
Why is it such a long word?
I don't know
That's
why.
a good question.
Another
That is a
question.
good question.
Why is the word abbreviation such a long word?
One word.
Why isn't it just abbreviated?
Yeah.
It's a long word too.
Love Doc Martin, says Sue. Which episodes? It was season 6, episodes 4 and 5.
Wow, that's so
Curious
cool.
to know, Paul, what did they think of Benny Hill over there?
Oh, he was God over here. He
Really?
still is, yeah, he still is God. He's still he's sadly dead and gone long
Yeah.
time
My dad
ago.
used to-
But
my dad
his
used to love him.
his comedy still reigns. I mean, even what did I watch recently? I watched what's that movie? Paul, the movie Paul. It's about an alien called Paul,
Okay.
and they even reference Benny Hill in that.
Wow.
Wow.
So he's still
He's
huge.
just big. He was big.
And Monty Python?
Oh yeah. Well,
I like. It's funny that Monty
I love
Python is a bit like what do you call that stuff you put on bread? People either absolutely totally hate it or they love it.
loved them. I loved them. I
Um,
thought they were hysterical to tell
you could either get on with it or you couldn't. I mean, I loved the Mickey take of Jesus, you know, the Monty Python, the Holy Grail.
Mm-hmm.
I got right into that, but my
Mm-hmm.
mother and father were saying, "What is this crap you're watching?" You know. So, Marmite.
know.
Thank you, Lynn. Marmite. Yeah, you either love Marmite or you absolutely totally hate
Oh.
it. Absolutely love that film, Paul. Simon Pegg says Sue Vinnegum. I love Simon Pegg's. He's a genius. He's a latecomer to the big movies. In fact, he wrote and directed the last Star Trek movie. But he's
Really?
an English guy. He's got a brilliant film called Run Fat Boy Run. That's a brilliant film. See, you guys seem to be like, where do you live? Mars? You seem to miss a lot of stuff out from where you
We're
guys live.
watching a show called The Combat Dealers.
Combat Dealers from here in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that one. Yeah, he sells all old
World
military
War
stuff.
II stuff.
So we do. So what do we watch?
Brucey.
We watch. His name
What's his
is
name?
Bruce.
Bruce. He goes Brucey.
I like
Brucey.
him because he also knows a lot of history about World War II, which is kind of fascinating to me.
I
He's
love
got it
history. I
from
love
the
Right.
perspective of other than the United States. You know, there are other
Yeah.
countries involved in World War II, and he brings that all together, and he visits these countries where he gets these things, and
And I tell
I
Faye
find it
when he
fascinating.
brings something out, I go, "Oh, that's a you know." I know
I
a
know,
lot
but
about the
I
Second
know
World War.
to your point that it doesn't sound like we watch any movies. I'd love to, Paul.
Each
I'd
to
love
their own.
to. No. I'd love to, but who's got the clicker?
Oh, Roger. Actually, I have to be honest. I have. If I get down in the morning, she's not having the clicker because she watches that crap about
Paranormal.
No, I watch the
No.
paranormal stuff. She and that's something we do enjoy watching together, the paranormal stuff. But she loves, hospital-y kind of shows and ER and stuff that I go,
I know.
Do you get Chicago Med?
that she loves Chicago Med.
So do I.
Yeah,
Oh,
so does
dear.
he. So it drives
God,
me
I'd
crazy.
rather.
And Chicago Fire and Chicago PD.
listen, watch Chicago Med, watch ER, watch all of those, and tell me
Yeah,
that
they're all based on the same
they're all the
premise.
same damn thing.
Yeah.
I know it makes me crazy. So I go some, I'm on my phone or whatever.
But
I
you know
actually
why
can-
I would like to be on Chicago PD?
Why?
Because one of the criminals that they were after, he was like a mafioso guy.
Yeah.
His name was Garza.
Garza.
And I
Oh,
would
that
like
was
to
in-
continue it, you know?
Have you seen R.I.P.D.?
R.I.P.D.?
Yeah,
No,
the
that
Rest in-
doesn't show here.
Rest in Peace. It's a movie. It's called the Rest in Peace Department, R.I.P.D. It's a brilliant film. You guys have got to watch that. It's got 2 major stars in it. Actually, 3 major stars in it.
Okay.
And the beginning, the bad guy is called Garza.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
then we'll definitely watch it.
Well, remember
R.I.P.D.
that one, honey, we were watching about SWAT or something? That was Lieutenant Garza?
One of the main stars is Ryan Reynolds, and the other main star. I mean, he's a monster movie star. He was the bad guy in the very first Iron Man. What's he called?
Oh,
Never watched Iron
The
Man.
very first Iron Man. You know, the older actor. He's an older actor, the very accomplished actor. I forgot his damn name now. But anyway,
I'm Googling that.
these 2 guys are in R.I.P.D. Just type in R.I.P.D. movie, and
Okay.
it'll come up. Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds is the king of sarcasm. He's brilliant.
So I see Jeff Bridges,
Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, and the girl, and she's a top comedian, American comedian. The lady.
Okay.
One of the guys that I did a CD with, Paul,
Yeah,
when Jeff Bridges came to Austin City Limits,
yeah.
my friend was playing keyboards for him.
There you go.
He calls him every time he comes in town.
He seems to be a really cool guy, actually. Jeff
Yeah,
Bridges.
I'd like to
meet
play
him.
on stage with them.
You know who else is a blues guitarist? Is Steven Seagal.
Really?
Yeah, he plays a Firebird
Wow.
guitar.
He's a blues guitarist.
Yep, a Gibson Firebird.
Everybody's giving suggestions. It's like Criminal Minds. Yes, we've watched that, and also
This is what this show should be about. This,
Yeah.
you guys interacting with us and
Yes.
firing off. Like Sandra says, R.I.P.D. or like Afterlife Cops. Yeah,
Oh, that's
they've,
cool.
it's a very funny film.
I'm gonna have
Um,
to get that on Roku. Or
and Jeff
something,
Jeff
maybe?
Bridges plays. You see, the R.I.P.D. is made up of all police from all through all the ages, and Jeff Bridges plays like he says, "In my time, I'd have been called a lawman." So he plays like a cowboy kind of sheriff. You
Well,
know,
he's got that throat because of the cancer he had.
did he?
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant.
Okay. Well, we're checking it out. Okay.
Look at the
Roger.
time.
I know, right?
We're on. We're off.
We're on. and
That's what it
on and
feels
on.
like.
I know.
Did you guys like Ronan?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
adorable.
he was great. He sounded like a
I want to
Mexican.
meet him. I want to meet him, and I want to meet you.
Well, it'll happen. It's all going to happen. So.
Okay. All right.
I wanted to get Ronan to come on the show because he's a genuine, you can tell,
Darling.
he's just a genuine, loving, wonderful guy.
Like me.
And he's just got his business going in Dublin.
That's so
And
cool.
he needs the world to give him a wee bit of a hand. And I think that's what we should do,
Yeah.
And he's a loving guy, and his wife and family are the same. They're just so lovely.
So sweet.
And to get him, I just said, look, I'll get you on the show tonight. Introduce yourself to people, especially everybody in Ireland, so they can go and find you.
Yeah.
And he wants me to come over and do some shows and do some meet and greets and sign
What
books and
fun.
stuff.
What fun.
I look forward to that. I look
bet.
forward to it very
I
much.
bet.
25 minutes past the hour, and I'm going to quickly do this because we should have done this. You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com. gotta get one of those.
That's
You
so
gotta
cool.
get one of those.
I know. I'm working on one of those, but I need your help.
You gotta get Roger to do it like his UPOnradio.com. That's his best Irish accent. Come
How
and
about this
listen
one?
to us
How
on
about this
Wednesday
one?
nights.
How about this one?
Okay.
¿Están escuchando like that? Huh?
No.
No, do it like Puss in Boots.
Oh.
Están escuchando.
No, that's not Puss in Boots. No.
That's my mafia
No,
guy.
no. You listen to the flow of Antonio.
I gotta have it in paper too.
Listen to the flow of
Están
Antonio.
escuchando aquí en el Unido Público
You know what
Radio.
that sounds like? That sounds like you need a boil lancing. So do it. Listen to,
Okay, I give up. That's it. Okay.
listen to
I-
Antonio. Listen to Antonio in Puss in Boots and do it with that accent, you know. I come along to you tonight. You come into my
A
show.
boil
Read
has to
for
be
you.
lanced. Oh God,
Sounds like a
that's
lance in a boil.
terrible.
I think he's got a point, honey.
Well, now you're gonna throw your spoon in there. Thank you.
You know what? I think we should have both of our voices, but I think I'll do the Norwegian thing going then. Hey.
Well, I
Actually,
can speak like Oli then. And if
you know
want,
how
my
you
guy.
should do it. Right, okay, I'm going to talk to you guys now as a producer.
Oh,
Alrighty.
okay.
Oh God.
You should do it like the two of you are talking to each other. So go,
Like we
hey,
are.
honey, you tell all of people to come and say, yeah, they can come and see us tonight on UPRN Talk Radio. Yeah, UPRN Talk Radio, coming from the beautiful city of New Orleans. Where is it? On 105.3 to 107.7 FM. That's the one. We'll see you then.
And you know what I'll do? I'll go. Ah!
And nobody will come. So, you see, right up to that moment, Faye, that was working for you in your mind. You're thinking, yeah, that looks quite. And then he had to go, like some, 70-year-old toddler. Give me a bottle.
72, sir.
72-year-old baby. Give him his, what do you guys Americans call diaper? Give him actually, you'll be getting the diaper for him soon. Actually, don't worry.
Oh
Do you
God.
call them cloths? What do you call
Nappies.
Oh, nappies.
Nappies over here. And well, you don't see nappies much anymore.
Lord.
Nappies have kind of gone.
Well, you gotta go, Paul.
I used to deal with nappies. I did the cloth nappies.
Cloth, that's what I'm saying. We call them nappies, but the what do they call them these? It's been such a long time since I've changed. They're called not diapers. They're called whatever they are. They're made of paper and they've got
Yeah,
Velcro
Ankles.
fastening and all that stuffy.
I know.
Yeah, look what
I
M puts on Emery.
Yeah. How about you and Faye talk? How about you and Faye talked and Roger in the background going on Q?
Going K.
Okay?
K.
Yeah.
Q K. Oh, same thing. Spelled the same way. No. Yeah, he can shout K. We'll just mute him. So, no, not pull-ups, Lynn. I forgot what they call these things that are available today. Not diapers. They're called something else.
Knickers.
Baby Pampers. That's what they're
Yes.
called. Pampers.
Yep.
Oh.
I said that, but you guys weren't listening to me.
We never listened to you. What'd you say?
No.
Dawn says, I'm watching The Witcher. There's the thing, Dawn. I'm not a big fan of The Witcher because I don't think he should be doing it. I think he should stick to Superman. The guy who plays The Witcher is Superman.
Oh.
And he should see Mary's coming in there with Pampers, see. Listen, guys, we've literally hit the end. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, would you please welcome and thank my dear friends, Faye, and they're back again on Saturday. Faye he's going to be there too. But ladies and gentlemen, please thank and welcome my dear friends, Roger and Faye. You'll get to see them again on Saturday with This Mug's for You, 4:30 in the afternoon for our time, 10:30 in the morning, Eastern. Central Standard Time. And then you'll be able to join us all again on Monday night for Reach Across Live.
Yes.
Adios, amigos.
Good
See
to
the
see
way
you
I
guys.
said that? Sexy. That adios, amigos. No,
That's how he talks to his
adios,
friends.
amigos.
Adios.
Oh,
I te watcho.
that sounds terrible, honey. You
Sounds
gotta
like,
work on it.
I
sounds
know
like-
it. They didn't know what to say there.
sounds like he's farting. Sounds like-
Farting. Oh God, we gotta go. Bye, everybody.
Anyway,
Oh.
on that note, cute tune, honey. So, ladies and gentlemen, please thank my dear friends. I will see you guys again. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to stick my head in through the door on Saturday.
Oh, I'd love it.
If not,
Oh God.
we'll do this all again on Monday night. I'd love to invite Roger onto my show Monday night, but I won't. So,
Thank you.
we'll do some great readings on Monday night. Please come and join us then. We gotta go. We're literally 1 minute past the hour, and we will get told off very shortly by the wonder that is Michelle and Amelia, who will be following the show tonight with their Outer Realms. And we will see you again soon. I'm going to wish you all a very good night. God bless you two guys, my family. I will see you both very,
Love
very
you.
soon. Love to you all, and God bless to everybody. Good night. See you all soon.
Good night.
You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNtalkradio.com.